Hello, everybody, and welcome to Reels Mastery for Instagram. And thank you for joining me. I'm going live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So join me on any platform there. It's a Says the Experience. I'm just going to go live on Instagram and say hi from where you are. Whether you're I'm just going to turn off my phone too. Whether you're where you're watching it from, what you want to get from this masterclass with Reels for Instagram, and just tell me a little bit about yourselves and anything else in there. You may not have seen me live for a couple of days because we've had power spewing through our house. So it hasn't been fun. Bit of gastro on top of being sick a couple of weeks ago. So I'm glad that's all over. I don't know whether you guys have been sick, but there's been a lot of sickness going around and being cold and everything as well. It's just been but everyone's feeling a lot better and we're starting to eat, so that's good. Um, but I hope you're feeling good on a Thursday, and I really want to help you get your reels on Instagram happening. And as you might have seen with some of my content, I've created a secret Instagram. And the reason I did that is because I just love testing things. I love trying new things out. I love working out what works and what doesn't and that kind of thing. And I've been working at Instagram for quite some time now. And there's quite a few things that I've had to find out myself. And it's through trial and error and just trying new things that you do this. And that's what I want to teach you guys to be able to do as well, and show you the things that I found works and what doesn't work. So, so if you're trying to start, this is really for people. It's for everyone, but for people that are beginning on Instagram and it seems overwhelming, these tools that I'm going to help you with today are really going to help your reels to pop off, even if you have a small amount of following. And that's why I started the secret Instagram, because I wanted to start from scratch. I didn't want family and friends to jump on for support and start like that, like I have done in the past. This time I wanted to start from zero and grow it from there. And literally within 3 days, I had a viral video, and then it's been a little over a week, and I've got 71 followers on that page, but my reels are popping off. So I've got like last night there was a reel that I put up yesterday. It's got 5,000 views. It's starting to really work really well, getting in front of non-followers so that I'm gaining followers, and then that's building that Instagram page, which then again, as you're building community and that kind of thing, then you can start building your business around that, and you start to see what works, what doesn't. So I'm really big on trying all the things out. And if you're here, hey Kat, how are you? So Kat's all the way from Canada. So hello. Thanks for being here, and you're on YouTube. You excited? I want to get your reels popping off, Kat. Let's do this. Let's do this. So for those of you who haven't seen me before, I'm Sazy, and I'm going to guide you today through helping you turning your Instagram reels into a really powerful tool for visibility, for growth, for your business. And whether you're starting out or you're just looking to elevate your current strategy, you're in the right place. So there might be times where you feel like it's not working, and I want to tell you today, keep going, because I have worked at this for a long time, and there's been periods of time where I've just felt like quitting. And it's like that story where that guy's digging for gold and he's nearly at the gold. And then if he's did one more, hit towards the gold, he'd strike gold, and he gives up. And it's like that with Instagram. It's like that with all the platforms actually, but we're just concentrating on Instagram today. But it is like that. You've just got to keep plugging along and not give up. And if that's one piece of advice to take today, is just keep going. It will happen for you. It's just really just trial and error until you find your thing. And you will. You will if you keep going. The only time you will fail is if you quit. So, and anything on Instagram, anything that you try is not a fail if you get like low views or you don't get much engagement. It's not failing. It's a lesson for growth. It's like what didn't work, what could have worked better, and it's just tweaking. And sometimes it's the smallest tweak that can change everything for you. So, um, today what we're going to go through is being hyper specific. That's one thing that I really want to get your head around is being hyper specific, if I can get it out, is because that's one thing that I didn't do for a long time. And because I didn't do that, the algorithm gets confused on who am I talking to? Who do you want me to send these reels out to? It doesn't know. And so if you think of it as a program, is what are you going to put into that program to get into the right direction? So we have to get hyper specific. And so I'm going to show you how to craft reels that speak directly to your audience and your audience unique needs. So that's number one we're going to go through. Number two is visibility codes. And so that's overcoming the fear of being seen and showing up authentically. That's a big one because you can know everything, but if you are too afraid to be seen and you're not showing up as your true, messy, crazy self, then that's not going to show you up to your audience. And then three, I'm going to show you how to repurpose content. And so that there helps you to be able to create reels, create content quickly and easily and not take up too much of your time. Because I know we're all busy. We're busy mums. We're busy keeping the household running. We're busy at work. We're busy on our businesses. We're busy, busy, busy. Busy dog mums if you're cat. Just busy all the time. So I want to show you how to repurpose content so that you can have content easily throughout the week without spending hours and hours and hours. So give me a peace sign if you're ready to transform your Reels game and shine bright on Instagram. Give me a peace sign. Kat says, let's do it. And great. Woo, love you. Yes. So give me a peace sign, Kat, if you can. Can you do that on YouTube? Not sure. All right, let's get started. So, number one, getting hyper specific. All right. So, why does this matter? So, it matters because Instagram is a marketplace and it's bustling, and your content needs to stand out from the crowd. So, the more specific you are and the more targeted your reels are, the more like you're going to resonate with your audience. So, that's why it wins on Instagram. That's why you have to get hyper specific, but still be you. I'm not saying to like not be you. I'm just saying be hyper specific with what you're actually going to be posting. So I want you to see Instagram as like a giant sea, and it's just got content at its ass. And if you're throwing out generic messages, you're going to get lost in the waves. So you really like when you drop content, you want to speak directly to the unique challenges and their interests of your ideal audience. And what that does is it creates you as a lighthouse, and you're shining your light out, and that guides them straight to you. So instead of being the old boathouse in the corner, I don't know where that come from, but instead of being the old boathouse, you're the lighthouse and you're guiding them straight to you because you're speaking directly to that person. And if you want to find out more about your ideal customer and that kind of thing, that's a whole nother masterclass. But you can jump on my website. I have a course there that you can, it really dives deep into finding your ideal customer. And because that's a big thing too, is to really speak directly to that exact person. I also have some stuff on YouTube as well for free. So you can look up that as well. There's heaps of videos on ideal customers and that kind of thing as well. That's just on a side note. But so, for example, instead of being broad, as in like for Kat, like fitness tips, because she loves doing health tips and stuff like that, you could do something instead of just doing fitness tips. You could do um, how to fit a full workout in 15 minutes for busy mums. And when you hear that being specific, you realize it's a workout, you got 15 minutes and you're a busy mum and how to fit it all in. And that's directly to that exact person. You know exactly who you're talking to. Fitness tips could be for anyone. So it's more actionable. It's more people can go, okay, that's exactly what I need. So I want you to define one key problem your ideal follower faces. So grab a pen and paper out, or your phone even, and let's brainstorm a little bit about what is one key problem, one main problem your ideal follower faces. And have a think about that and write it down in the comments. Because maybe, like if you're a coach, maybe your audience struggles with productivity while working from home. Maybe they have kids running around like me, dogs jumping up on them like me. For artists, like they might find it tough to complete an art piece in one day. So maybe you could help them with that and write that down. Write down their actual problem so we can get really clear on what you're going to be solving on Instagram. Hey Bobby, how you going? Are you done the peace sign? Yeah. Andy, done the peace sign too. Kat, we're all got it happening. Um, so let me see if anyone wrote anything. Okay, so Kat said no belief in themselves hitting their goals. Okay, so what belief? Who and what goals? So we really want to get really specific. So because no belief in themselves hitting their goals, we need to like work out what exact belief and what goals and who are they? So is it like self-doubt in busy mums hitting their um like losing 5 kilos, say. So you want to get really specific with who it is and what it is and time frame and that kind of thing. Does that make sense? So what you can do, which will help a lot, is if you've got GPT, which I call Chatty Cathy because I can't say GPT, I say GTP. Um, grab a pen and paper and just write down this prompt right now. So write down, please, can you write me out? I want to find please, I want to find the specific problem for my ideal customer. I am and then writing creator, coach, entrepreneur, artist, helping, and then describe your ideal audience, solve, and then a specific problem, and then give me 10 highly specific content ideas that would resonate with this audience and help them solve this problem. So, for instance, Kat, I am a fitness coach helping busy mums who want to stay fit but struggle to find the time for workouts. Give me 10 hyper-specific content ideas that cater to their needs and help them fit exercise into their hectic schedules. Just for instance, it mightn't be busy mums, Kat, but I'm just trying to show you how you can make it really specific. And I know you're not a full fitness coach either, like, but this is just showing, like, yeah, how to get really specific with it. Because say if it was for fitness, one of the problems could be I don't have time to go to the gym. So then you could really get specific with that and create a reel that's showing exercises, doing the household chores, and that's how you get your exercise in during the day if you're a busy mum, that kind of thing. So say if say if the problem is I don't have time for long workouts, so you could do a breakdown of like a 10-minute workout for busy mums and offer like a detailed routine and that kind of thing. Is that making sense? Okay, Kat said women who struggle with self-doubt in staying consistent in their fitness and business goals. Okay. Again, because it's fitness and business, we want to work out more specifically fitness or business. And with the women, what type of women as well. So we want to get even more hyper specific. And if you have trouble, you can put that into Chatty Cathy and say, I want to get hyper specific with this, and then write down that and say, can you please write out the number one struggle or problem that this person has? Bobby says, clear negative energy from their home to create a more harmonious space, utilizing crystals and other spiritual tools for both people and their pets. Yep. So, and other spiritual tools for both. So yeah, so you're really going around clearing energy. Yeah, that, and then we did that the other day, didn't we? So it's really clearing energy to create a more harmonious space for both people and their pets. So yeah, so it's pet owners. That's your ideal like basic ideal customer, and you're wanting to help them to create a more harmonious space with by clearing negative energy with the use of crystals and spiritual tools. That's perfect. And then Bobby, you can put that into Chatty Cathy and then find out what kind of content you can really be specific in on exactly that. And that only, because then that will really put you um as a leader of that particular thing. And then that also helps you to be able to create content quickly and easily because you're like, I know exactly. And then as you go about your day, you'll start to think of things because you've got this, you're really hyper focused on what can you do to clear negative energy for people and pets. And all day you can keep an eye out for things like that. Okay, so Kat has said women in their prime who struggle to fit in time. That rhymes like that. To build their business so that they can create freedom. Okay. So, women in their prime. Again, what is in their prime? Like is it mums? Is it people in a specific age gap? Um, why do they struggle to fit in the time? So we want to really like build out this person of why they struggle to fit in the time, why they want to, so they want to build their business to create freedom. We know that, but who's the women in their prime, and why do they struggle to fit in the time as a rhyme? um, Bobby said, I may have already utilized Chatty Cathy a bit. Yeah, she's amazing. She's like your best friend in your pocket. Did you do an angry face, Bobby? Whoops, sorry, meant to be a smiley face. But keep on adding in your questions as we go, and if I don't get to them, I will answer them as we go.
Okay. So once you've utilized Chatty Cathy, because yeah, she's amazing. She's like your best friend, but like also grab what she writes for you. I want you to grab it and then make it your own as well, and put in as much information into her so that she gets to know you really, really well. You need the human element as well. So part two of the reels is overcoming the fear of being seen. This actually probably should be number one, but I just wanted to give you a little help with your reels to begin with. But the visibility codes is massive because you can know all the tech and everything that you need to do Instagram reels. But if you're too scared to be seen and you can't overcome that fear, then you won't get the visibility. It's just as simple as that. So let's talk about it because it's something that trips us up all the time. It's visibility. So fear of being seen is a major roadblock, but the audience wants to see you, and the audience wants to see you in imperfections and everything. And that's taken me a long time to like sort of come out and do reels and stuff, but it does get addictive. You actually do end up enjoying it, and you start to like care less and less about what people think. And it's a very big thing to do, and I understand that. It's huge, but if you do want to start your business on Instagram, you can do faceless reels and that kind of thing, but in my opinion, people want to trust you, know, like, and trust you. And if they can't see your face and they don't connect with you, they're not gonna buy your program, coach with you. They don't know you. It's you wouldn't do that, so why would they do that? So there's a lot of blocks there with most people, and it's probably the biggest reason that people don't start is they're like, "I am not getting on camera, and I am not doing that, and I'm not doing that, and I'm not doing that." Lots of blocks. So we hesitate to put ourselves out there, and there's a good reason for that because we have fear of judgment. We are scared to be vulnerable. We are hypersensitive to criticism, but authenticity trumps perfection. It really does. Just being you. People connect with the real, imperfect, and relatable content. And as you might have known, we're going into the age of Aquarius. So we were in Capricorn, now we're in the age of Aquarius. Capricorns, which is me, is like stubborn, um, goal orientated. Uh, just describe me. Um, we're really like business orientated, whereas the age of Aquarius is authenticity, um, being yourself, opening up creativity. So in the age of Aquarius, things that you can already notice it on Instagram, and you'll probably already notice it in your own thing of who you watch and who you relate to. We want to see real. Everyone's sick of the suited up, like flashy cars, like all that crap. Everyone's over it. We've seen it. We're like, yep, whatever, over it. We want real people, messy, doing their thing, being authentic, showing up even when they're scared, voicing it, not pretending that they're the guru on top of the mountain. We don't want that. And you can see it already happening. So I want you to really remember that when you're jumping on to like do a video of yourself or whatever, just be you. Just remember back in drama class where I remember my drama teacher, he used to throw a ball at everyone, and he would throw the ball, and when you caught it, you'd have to go and make it into something. So you'd have to just think on the spot and go like, it's going to be a clown nose, or it's going to be an earring, or whatever. I do that a lot now. And I was like, I thought back to it the other day, and I thought, isn't that funny? I'm using that now, 20 something years later. But everything can be a prop. Everything can be used in a really creative way. So really get your creative mind thinking and just grab things, be silly, um,
do some voiceovers, whatever. Just give everything a go and have fun with it because it actually is really fun. It's really creative. And if you're a creative entrepreneur, which I know if you're watching this, you are, give things a go and really stretch yourself. See what other things you can do. Let's go have a drink. Sorry. I'm just going to read some comments out. Okay, so Chatty Cathy says they feel like they aren't good enough to achieve their goals or that they don't have what it takes to succeed. Yep. Okay. Description. They feel out of touch with their inner strength and their intuition, making them second guess their decisions. Solution. Use your psychic abilities and guided meditation to help them reconnect with their intuition and trust their inner guidance. Empower them to make their Empower them to make aligned decisions in both business and personal life. I want fun and courageous women who like to take messy action. Yeah, that's awesome, Kaz. So that's really like clarified it a lot more. Because now you can kind of see that they're feeling out of touch with their inner strength and intuition. So that's a big one. So if you really um honed in on your content with inner strength and intuition of people that feel like they're out of touch with it and how to realign back and to feel stronger in their decisions. That's a really good one too. Yeah, that's amazing. Well, that's really good. So keep putting them in there, and I'll keep coming and seeing if I can answer as many as I can. Um, sorry, I got a bit of water on my mouth. So yeah, so we want to start to see influencers who share their unfiltered life and struggles because they build deeper connections with their audience by being genuine. Just literally be you when you come online. Just pretend that you're talking to a best friend. And that's a lot of the time what I'm doing right now is I don't think of like a heap of people that are out in front of me. I'm literally talking at a computer, so there's no one here. But I'm talking as if I'm talking to Bobby, Kat, just someone that I'm just talking to that's a friend. And when you do that, you do relax a lot as well. So and it just keep on trying different things. It's a big part of it. But you want to be relatable and yeah, perfection is not it. So one of the visibility codes that I always talk about, you'll probably get sick of it, is action over perfection. So forget the perfection, consistency is where the magic happens. So just focus on showing up and not being perfect. So show up, engage with your audience, jump on a live. Don't wait for the perfect real moment. Real. Just jump on, chat, and commit to posting one reel a day. Just one reel a day. Even if you look at it and go, oh, it's not perfect, and you're focusing on every detail, really, instead of focusing on every detail about your face or what you look like or what you sound like or what you said, focus on delivering value. And once you have that shift, it seems really simple, but in your mind, you have to shift it and see it as if I don't post this, this is selfish because this could actually help so many people. And when you take that shift and you shift it over to delivering value and that you posting that reel has helped someone today, that changes so much. When you look at it from a different perspective, it makes a massive difference. So try committing to one reel a day, and it doesn't even have to be long. Like most reels that go really well are between 5 and 10 seconds. So it doesn't even have to be long, but you can really be quite powerful and bring out a really good message in those, 5 to 10 seconds. So um, even like you could do even a casual behind the scenes thing
You can do that. It can resonate really deeply with your audience and they get to know you. It's a really big thing as well. So, and then visibility code number 2 is consistency. So, you want people to get familiar with you, familiar family, familiar family. So, the more consistent, the more consistently you post, the more familiar your audience becomes, family. So, develop like a recognizable style, um, and like your branding. So when they see certain captions or they see certain colors, they recognize you for one. And then also to showing up every day in a reel, they get to be familiar with your face. And they go, oh, that's Bobby. She's talking about crystals today. Awesome. I want to learn more. Oh, that's Kat. I want to learn more about my intuition. And they start to really recognize that's you, that's what you talk about, and then you're going to really be the lighthouse for the people that are looking for that. And don't worry about everyone else. You're just really trying to get your family in. So um, you could start each reel with like more more instant as well. It's another big thing that I realized when I was starting out. I used to start with, hi, it's a lovely Tuesday. I mean, you can start lives like that. I'd still just start lives like that. But with your reel, you've only got a minute and a half. And most of the time, it's only really, really short. So you want to have like a quick line, like, here's today's tip for entrepreneurs, like instant. You don't want to go, hi, I'm Sarah. Nice Tuesday. Um, and then you've lost like 10 seconds already. So just literally quick and sharp for reels, and that will really help your reels pop off. So, like, say, if you're a coach, you could be like, today's coaching tip will change the way you approach your goals, and then go into your thing. So, you don't have to introduce yourself. You don't have to say what a nice day it is, or I thought I'd just pop on. That's what I used to always say. Probably still do sometimes too. But it's a big one. Is like, oh, I thought I'd just pop on today to talk about, and then you've lost them. It's literally in the first 3 seconds you've got to get their attention. So if you're a coach, this tip will change the way you approach your goals or whatever it is. That's just a thing that comes with practice as well, but it does help. So really just cull out the niceties. Cull out the it's a Tuesday, cull out that your name, everything. Just literally, here's 3 tips. It's going to help with your intuition, and then go into it. Number 3 visibility code is polarizing content. Now, at first, I really struggled with this because I felt like I was going to get like some backlash. But what it is if you're polarizing in your content and you start up a little bit of controversy and a strong opinion, it will ignite engagement, and it's also going to spark conversations. And I don't mean being polarizing just for the sake of being polarizing. I mean literally say some things that you actually think that you're too scared to say. You're actually going to find your family, your tribe. That's how you find them, because you're going to say something that really, really resonates. And they're going to be like, oh, she said that. She come out and said that. So don't be afraid to take a stand, and especially relevant issues in your thing. So if it's intuition, start thinking about things that are a bit polarizing towards intuition. Like you could do a post that goes, um, 3 ways you're using your intuition wrong, and then say 3 things that you know that people teach that you're like that doesn't work, or I don't agree with that. So start being polarizing in what you say. Um, with Bobby, with crystals, you could say how people use their energy, or how people 3 3 ways people use crystals wrong, or something like that. It, or did you know about a crystal does this? That's like, oh, I didn't know that. Whatever. You can make it really different to other people's content and make it your own. So really, like, think about addressing controversial topics and myths that are in your field. So for fitness, you could be like, why are most fitness routines failing busy mums? And then you could even use that as a question as a post and get answers and then create content. That's another big thing that really helps is ask your followers a question, and then they'll give you their answers, and then you've got so much content to go off. And then, does anyone have any questions? Kat said, "I like that consistency is familiar." Yeah, like family and to the point. Yeah, it's very true. Um, and then part 3 of this masterclass is repurposing. So repurposing long form content into Instagram Reels. So if you have, like, I know Kat has a YouTube. Um, if you have done some videos that are long or blog posts that are long, you want to turn them into multiple reels. And this helps get more mileage out of your content and a wider audience as well. So you can break down all of that longer content into bite-sized digestible pieces. And then this helps too to like actually be able to post a lot. So a 10-minute video on your YouTube can be split into several reels highlighting different tips, different insights, and all that kind of thing. So watch your long form content and then pinpoint the key moments. And one app that's really good for that is called Clipchimp, CLIP Chimp. And if you go into that, it'll grab you just download your video into there, and then it literally cuts out the areas that are highlighted that seem interesting and put captions onto it. And once the captions onto it, you download that and put that up on your Instagram. And you might have 10 reels in that one piece of long form content. And that's huge. That's 10 days of reels. So really look at doing that because that really does help cull out a heap of time, one 10-minute video. And then also too, if you've got in the video, you've got like certain tips. So say if in the 10-minute video you did 10 tips, then that's it, literally like one tip is one day, two tip is day two, and you could do it like that. The other tools I use is CapCut, so Clipchimp, CapCut, Canva, and ChatGTP. If you've got them, you can really with all of those apps, you can do everything on Reels. So Canva is like great for like the text and like the carousels and that kind of thing. So with your Reels, with your 10-minute long form, you could put that on your YouTube if you wanted to. You can also put it onto, you could actually do that as a live on Instagram if you wanted to. Then you cut that down into little reels. So you say you got 10 reels. And then for each of those, that same topic, do as a carousel. Then for the same topic, do as a blog. You can just literally repurpose that same topic, because the other thing is too is you think that you're being annoying posting on Instagram, but a lot of the time people might only see one piece of your content. They haven't seen all the content that you've put out. So you've got to remember that too, that some people might skip past your reels, but they'll read your carousel. Some people might skip past your carousel, but they'll watch your reel. So really think about that as well, when you're creating content of like, if I create this big one here, how can I make this into like 15 different pieces of content? That's like 2 weeks worth of content done. So I wanted just to go over some actionable real ideas to get you started. So real idea 1 for you would be a quick hack. So if you want to grab a pen and paper and just write this down. So I want you to share a super specific solution or tip that your audience can implement like today. So like how to get glowing skin in under 3 minutes with this morning hack, something like that. Just a hack. and make sure it's really easy to follow and it offers immediate value. So how to tune into your intuition in 30 seconds. That's one for you, Kat. How to use crystals to get your energy pumped for the day in 1 minute or something, Bobby. Real idea 2. So write down that hack of like just an immediate value, something that I can do immediately because they're going to love that. Real idea 2 is a personal insight or a personal story. People love stories. So don't be afraid to just share stories. Share a personal story or a lesson that your audience can relate to. It's like why I used to waste hours being productive and then what I found out worked or something like that. And then share your story, share your personal experience and build that connection and that trust. And then reel number 3, a polarizing question. So I want you to post a bold question from your niche. Like for me, could be why is everyone overcomplicating Instagram reels? Here's the easiest way to make them, something like that. So something that's like sparks like that. Oh, like polarizing question. And then encourage your viewers to share their opinions. So like ask them to share their opinions because even if don't be too afraid that you might get backlash. Most people will just scroll on. If you get the backlash, that's actually a good sign that you actually are being visible. So don't worry about that. You might get any. So just don't stress about that because that's a lot of the time that's what I stressed about being polarizing. But what I found is it actually attracted my family. And so before we wrap today up, I want to go through a couple of secret tips for Instagram Reels to help you boost your strategy. So number 1 is to engage with your audience before posting. Just a couple of minutes before, go through your feed and just engage. And this works because it boosts your algorithm and it increases your visibility and it shows that you're using the app. So just spend 2 to 10 minutes interacting with your followers, like, comment, share their posts, and don't just do like a little comment, like a emoji. Actually, like write something about that post. Share your reels to your stories is number 2, is a big one. So for your reels, that's going to go to non-followers and followers. Your stories are just for your followers. So I want you to see the difference there. So if you grab your reel and it goes out and it goes to non-followers and followers, you can then share it to your stories because a lot of the time that's where your followers are hanging out and that's where your family is. Your actual posting of your reels a lot of the time goes to non-followers. So you post up into your stories, that's going to your family. Then you can write and you can link and you can sell your products. You can direct your family and your followers to what you want them to do, or you can just share that reel there to get more engagement with it as well. It doesn't have to have an actual call to action or anything, but you could put a poll on there. You can put questions on there. It makes it really interactive, and that's where you're going to build that community. So I want you to see the difference between stories and reels. So always share your reels to your stories. It also increases like your visibility as well. So literally after you post, you go down to the little paper plane, click that and send it to your stories. And then once you've sent it to your stories, then you save to a highlight and then add your highlight reels along the top. Number 3 is a really important one. And I think I was telling Bobby the other day, this changed my views on my Instagram and my engagement on my Instagram reels massively. So you want to, instead of posting like when you go into Instagram and you go to post a reel, instead of posting to Instagram and Facebook simultaneously, you actually just want the reels to be recommended on Facebook. So it's as simple as going to settings and you go into cross posting, and instead of it's saying post to Facebook, you want to go recommended on Facebook. And what that does is it doesn't post to Facebook at all. It keeps your Instagram handle on the reel, but it sends it over to Facebook, and you'll get a lot more views and followers from that coming over to Instagram and watching your reel. That's a huge one. So it will improve your performance massively. So just make sure you go into settings, cross posting, recommending on Facebook, not posting on Facebook. The only problem with that is that you have to go back over to Facebook and post if you wanted to. It's the only problem with that. Um, so I hope I've helped you with all of those things. There's a heap more, but I know in an hour we can only get so much done. But the biggest thing is being hyper specific, being visible, and then repurpose your content and know the little hacks, but just try as many things as you can. And then once you can see what's working and what's not, do more of what's working. Simple as that. So be specific, really specific, visible, and consistent. So I hope that helps you to take action today and apply these strategies. I hope you create reels and tag me in your reels if you are creating them. I'd love for you to tag me in them. I'd love to see them, and I will engage with them and everything. So now I'd just like to ask you guys if you've got any questions, if you're unsure where to start or you need more personalized advice, please message me. But thank you for joining me, and we'll go into the questions now if you've got any. Oh, the cat's got a few here. Where are we? I was going to ask because I've been screen recording and cutting myself off. I get nothing on carousels. I just did a quick intuition one. Straight off the bat, Cat, you went straight in and did a reel. Yay. And Bobby says, so helpful, Sarah. Thanks so much. No worries. I hope that did help. Um, and if you need any more personalized advice or anything, just message me. I would love to help, and tag me in any of your reels. But I hope this helped today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.